Hello everybody and welcome back to another video review here on the Jurassic Park Podcast YouTube channel. I am Brad Jost, the host of the podcast, and today we're going to be taking a look at Primal Pal Blue from the Dino Rivals toy line here by Mattel. So we first got a good look at this in person at the New York Toy Fair. They had a lot of their newer items coming this year on display. We actually got to do a little bit of hands-on with this one, play around with it, and man, it is so cool. And as soon as I saw those pre-orders pop up online, I had to go and get it right away. So over the past year and change, we've had a lot of different blue figures. We have all the little blue figures that are in the 3 3/4 scale. We also have the super colossal blue, which is coming here soon. And we have the alpha training blue, which is a much more highly detailed and a highly electronic figure that actually you can train and do all that crazy stuff with. This is on the lower end of that. It kind of, it has its own electronics, moves around quite a bit, but it doesn't do all this stuff that the alpha training does by any means. But it is still such a cool item in its own right. So before we get too far, of course, I want to get a quick look at some of these awesome features. Now, you will see here it does have a side-to-side motion based off that image on the back, and then it also has a downward thrust motion that actually has all the sound effects and the growls, the screams, and all that stuff. So here we go. This is it in motion. You can actually do a side-to-side pattern here, just like that. And you can do this thrusting forward motion, the chomping motion. You see the mouth opens and closes. It is such a cool figure. I love this thing so much. Oh my god, that is so cool. So let's take a look at the box before we break this thing open. We have the Dino Rivals logo down at the bottom with the T-Rex facing off against the Triceratops. And Owen is like,
Who put blue? Who put my blue in a box? This is my pal, my primal. This is what I call her, my primal pal, Blue. She is so good to me, and somebody else put her in a box. Who did this? Why they're selling her? Why am I on this box? I have no idea.
So this is unlike a lot of your typical Dino Rivals items because it does not have a collector's card to go with it. So you will not be facing this off against all your other in-scale dinosaurs, because this is certainly not in scale. We'll take a look at that, how they all match up a little bit later on. But just like all the other Dino Rivals stuff, this thing really does pop in the packaging here with the grays and blues against the orange and the yellows and the reds and all that stuff. It looks phenomenal in the packaging, as always, with pretty much all the Dino Rivals items. So I can't wait to see this thing on shelves with all the other ones right beside it. All right, so taking a look at the back, again, you have the little diagram that shows the side-to-side movie authentic movement. So if you were watching Fallen Kingdom and you saw that baby blue and you said, man, that thing has some really authentic side-to-side movement, well, you are in luck because that feature is available here on the Primal Pal. So again, so you would push down or side to side with that on the top, and then you can lunge it forward, and that all is depicted right there. It has the chomping and of course the 10 plus sounds that you can hear out of Baby Blue here. And as you got a glimpse before, those sounds are really awesome, very authentic to the movie. So I joke around, but hey, it should say here movie authentic sounds as well. Come on. But enough of all that. Let's go ahead and dive in and finally unbox the Primal Pal Blue figure. I am so excited. All right, so here she is, Primal Pal Blue, unboxed. I love this thing so much. It is such a cool, unique item that Mattel has not made so far. And yes, I said there's a bunch of blues out there, but this is a great addition to all the other blues that are out there. And I think this is something that kids will really enjoy, and adults, because I love this thing as well. So taking a look at the sculpt itself, this is such a fun iteration of Blue. It looks so much like the baby character, which is so darn cute in the movie. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, I want all the collectibles for that Baby Blue, because we have so many adult things so far as the adult-sized Blue is concerned. We don't have a lot of baby stuff. And this one is perfect. So you have this awesome sculpt, just like all the other blue figures. The blue with the white around the edge, and this gray. It's pretty much, they all look very spot on as far as the paint jobs are concerned. The eye is, of course, a lot more detailed here because it's a glass eye, or at least some sort of plastic or something, but it you can actually see like the image of the eye behind it, so it looks very vibrant, very colorful, and more realistic than the painted on eye that a lot of the other figures have, or pretty much all the other figures. But of course it is a little odd sized, but I think it's so cute because of these different features, because of these big feet and the giant hands and the tiny tail. But I love that sculpt of it. I think it looks really, really cool. The really small, snub-nosed face on the thing, it looks fantastic. I feel like I'm a dentist right now. So Blue, open up wide. We want to take a look at the inside here. So you got a lot of pink on the tongue and the sides of the mouth, and the teeth are painted their own teeth color, I guess. So it's painted very well inside there. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about this that we haven't already said on a lot of the other blue figures. Of course, the sculpt is very interesting, like I said, with the bigger limbs and stuff, and then this part here that is like a flap that kind of folds out, but I'm assuming that basically helps with the movement there of the side-to-side pattern, allows it to kind of shift like that. So I think it's fine. It doesn't really affect anything. Over here, you do see that there is like a screw covered over with the plastic there. So you see that circle right there on the side of the face. Is it on this side? No, it is not on this side. And then the feet do have the holes in them from the packaging. So when it was packaged in, you had to unscrew them. Of course, you will notice that there is no scannable feature on this for adding it to your Jurassic Facts app. But instead of that, you do have the electronic feature down here that is hidden underneath, or hidden, I guess you could say. You do have a screw under here to access the batteries. So let's talk about the motion, the articulation of the thing. So you do have a bit of motion here on the arms. They go all the way up and down. They do not go in and out like some of the other dinosaurs, but that's fine. Like I said, the legs do have this flap here to allow for some movement. The tail does move as well. So that moves with the shaking from side to side. You can see it there, kind of swiveling back and forth like a dinosaur tail would. That is so cool and really adds to the realism of the thing. You do have the motion up here in the neck, so it does go down, but it also does go side to side. So when you're doing that swivel, it kind of creates a much more natural look when you're doing all these things together. I love that. And like I said before, the mouth does open up quite a bit. The head does swivel on its own right there. And that's about it. The legs kind of do jostle side to side, but that's part of the effect here. So let's go ahead and get a good look at all the different features in action here. I'm going to shut up and let you guys take a look. I probably went on longer than I should have, but I can't stop because it is so much fun. And I can't wait to take this thing out with my kid Lincoln. I think he's going to have a blast with this thing and want to play with it pretty much constantly. I can foresee that for sure. So if you guys didn't get a good look at all those features, like I said, the tail does move back and forth. The head does do a little bit of a chomping motion if you push down far enough. And you don't have to push down all the way, but it's still, sometimes it'll chomp, sometimes it won't. I love that it depends on like how hard you push it, whether it chomps or not. You can kind of just let it chomp slowly or not at all. and shake the thing around like it's looking for a treat or something. I love it so much. It is so darn cute. All right, I gotta stop. It's too cute. So here we have a look at all the different blues that I own. You have the jumping blue, you have the regular attack pack blue, the battle damage blue. I think this was like a one that came with a little car set. And then you have the baby blue, the other little baby blue that came with Owen in the tan shirt, I believe. And then, of course, Primal Pal blue up there, towering above the rest. But yeah, I think it looks pretty spot on as far as a baby version of blue is concerned. I love it so much. It is fantastic. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this look at Primal Pal Blue. I love it so much, as you've heard. I think the sculpt is really cool. Look at this head, looks awesome. The paint job is spot on for blue. The articulation is top-notch on this thing. The sound effects are great. I love everything about it. I think it is so fun. The playability factor is amazing on this thing, and I can't wait for the kids around the world, the Jurassic fans, to get their hands on this thing, play with it, have a great time, and I think this thing will become one of those favorites for years to come. I think, the way that I had felt about the Red Rex or the Bull T-Rex and stuff like that, I think this may be something that kids will really enjoy for years to come. So I hope it plays out that way for everybody. I want to know what everybody thinks out there. Do you like this? Are you going to be picking it up? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd really love to hear you guys. So if you want to follow more about the Jurassic Park Podcast, make sure to go to JurassicParkPodcast.com to find all of our articles, our episodes, everything that we have going on over there. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever podcasts are found. Just go ahead and download the Jurassic Park Podcast for all your up-to-date Jurassic Park news and discussions from around the world, really. And also follow us on Twitter at Jurassic Park Pod, and on Instagram and Facebook, just search for Jurassic Park Podcast. And guys, here on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like this video, share it around, comment below, hit that notification bell, hit it right now so you get any kind of update when all of our videos go live. We'd really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching all of our content here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and enjoy.